Marc, how many chief nature officers are there?
I only know one, so
It's you.
yes, but I would be very happy to meet others. Chief Nature Officer is the one that places nature in the decision-making table of an organization. Let me give you my perspective on the whole thing. We need to build a partnership with nature. Our economic system has prospered at the expense of nature. And now we have reached a tipping point. The world that we have built has become too big for our planet. We need to invest in nature to avoid the unmanageable and to manage the unavoidable. Nature is the basis for any economic activity. There are studies that show that more than 55% of the GDP depends directly on nature. Look, it is the most reliable business partner we have. If you invest in nature, nature will deliver. Let's use the example of coffee. There are basically two ways you can produce coffee. The way we have been using now for the last 40-50 years is to use coffee monocultures with plenty of pesticides and fertilizers. But we can also produce coffee in a regenerative way using agroforestry systems. When you combine the coffee plants together with different types of trees, you can use our friend ladybug, for example, to prevent pests and diseases. If you do that, for every ton of coffee that we are producing, you are absorbing 10 tons of CO2. The production in the medium-long term will increase because basically the other system is not sustainable. It's very important, especially in a context of rapid environmental changes, when we restore land, that we create resilient landscapes. Biodiversity is the life insurance of life. Life needs diversity, like you need diversity in a financial portfolio. For any ecosystem where you want to build this partnership, this business partnership, you need to understand the roles of different species, including the keystone species. These keystone species act as a glue to keep the ecosystem working. You have the starfish, they eat the mussels, because if there are too many mussels, then the seaweed doesn't grow, and then there are many other animals that would not have enough food. It can be an animal, it can be even a flower. A fig, for example, can be a keystone species. Based on its relationships with wasps, they need each other. You could say that the financial sector should be, in a healthy economy, a keystone actor. Because if you don't have it, then the capital doesn't flow. And we need capital to flow to the right businesses and to the right opportunities to keep the economy functioning. Nature provides us with everything we need, but it cannot provide for everyone's greed. The financial sector, in my opinion, needs to be the pollinator that makes new, sustainable, prosperous business flourish. And this is why it makes sense, in my opinion, to have scientists like me inside the bank. I think every serious organization will have a chief nature officer in a matter of years.
Do you think it will move that quickly?
I think so, because we are in a moment of reinventing ourselves, transform ourselves. Nature is worth investing in. Nature is our most real asset.